Manual versus automated or semi-automated cleaning in screens. There are many types of screen used in the water industry. They'll all need to be maintained and cleaned. In this video, we look at and compare 3 broad categories of screen cleaning system in the water industry and the pros and cons of each. Now, for simplicity, we'll focus on the cleaning of static CSO screens, but the lessons here will be applied to other types of screen as well. So very broadly, there are 3 types of screen cleaning system: manual, fully automated, and semi-automated. So let's look at manual cleaning. The screens will need to be accessed by people armed with hoses, brushes, scrapers, and other cleaning equipment. Typically, this will be a washdown hose or pressure washers. Each screen site is visited, the screen inspected, and then cleaned. So what are the features of this type of system? Well, first of all, it's very expensive. It's very labor intensive, and the manpower cost is high, which ultimately means it's the most expensive method of cleaning. Secondly, it's time consuming. The time it takes to travel to the site and open it up and access the screens can be very, very wasteful. CSO screens can be located in remote areas, and getting access to them may be problematic. And what this means is that the screen cleaning might not be done at the optimal time. So the logistical challenges mean that the screens often do not get cleaned at the optimal time. So for example, the best time to clean a CSO screen is immediately after the storm event has finished. So at this time, the debris and the residue will be easiest to dislodge. But if organising a cleaning schedule, getting people there to clean it takes time, logistical challenges with that, it means it may be several days before it can be cleaned, and then it will be much harder to do so it'll take even longer. That just exaggerates the problem, the cost problem. What about automated cleaning systems? So a fully automated cleaning system will have permanently deployed washing nozzles or scrapers, and these will be linked to some kind of sensor to indicate when the system needs to be operated. So in the case of a CSO screen, this will be shortly after the storm event has finished. The fully automated jet cleaning system would typically have a wash water storage tank on site, a pump, control valves for the nozzles, and a sensor to activate the system and control the system properly to sequence the nozzles if multiple cleaning heads are used. So what are the features of this type of system? Well, they have a high capex. These systems have an initial cost to install, and there's no getting away from that. But they have a much lower operating cost. Once installed, the cost per clean will be minimal when compared to manual cleaning, and they can be performed exactly when needed. So such systems can be activated at the optimal time. So again, in the case of CSO screens, be shortly after each storm event. But there's another challenge there. It might be difficult or expensive to provide power and water to all of these sites. If they need a pump, they're obviously going to need some sort of power there, and then they're going to need some wash water as well. Just taking water out the sewage system will probably not work because it's too contaminated to actually do a proper clean. There can be some challenges there in getting the infrastructure in there to make these systems work. What about semi-automated cleaning systems? So a semi-automated system will consist of a permanently installed jetting system. These will typically be fluid powered, so they don't require any power on site. And in this respect, operationally, it's identical to a fully automated system, but there's no provision for wash water on site, there's no pumps there, and there's no control systems on site. Instead, a wash water connection point is presented above ground at some convenient place. And then a mobile water bowser with a suitable pump will be connected to that point, and the jetting system will be initiated to clean the screen. So this type of system does mean that each site will still need to be visited by a water bowser and a pump, but it greatly eliminates the need for manual cleaning and will reduce the time it takes to clean each site. Typically, a jetting system will only take 10 minutes to run through its cleaning cycle. So all that needs to happen is the mobile bowser truck needs to get on site, connect it up to the pump, connect it up to the connection point that's above ground, turn on the pump, wait 10 minutes, disconnect, move on to the next site. In contrast to full manual cleaning, it will take 5 or 6 times or even longer to actually sort out a semi-automated system. Semi-automated systems have a much lower capex, as there's no pump, control system or wash water tank is required to install. So they're much simpler systems. It's also much cheaper to actually install. The operating cost is kind of in between manual and fully auto. So you still need to get a truck there to initiate the cleaning system, but it's done much faster. So you can get many more sites done in a single day than you can with full manual cleaning. And it has another advantage over fully automated systems in that it's very robust and low maintenance. So there's no electrics, no power on these sites. These systems are very simple and robust. So once installed, the system itself will require very little maintenance other than to occasionally inspect to ensure that the jet heads are still working properly. And with some good planning and a massively improved speed of each cleaning operation means more times not be cleaned at exactly the right time. It becomes easier to plan the logistics of getting guys out onto the site to to actually clean them at the optimal time, i.e. after the storm event. It's a lot easier to do that when it only takes 10 minutes to clean rather than half an hour to an hour to clean. So, conclusions. Fully automated cleaning systems make an awful lot of economic sense for larger screens where wash water and power are present or can be installed without great effort or cost. Semi-automated systems give a more cost-effective solution from a capex point of view for remote sites, and especially when there's poor infrastructure availability. So they're a good choice there. And manual cleaning really should be a last resort that should be reserved for very remote sites or sites where perhaps access to vehicle-mounted water bowsers would be problematic. Automated and semi-automated systems are really the way the industry is going. If you want to find out more about our automated CSO screen cleaning and storm tank cleaning systems, please get in contact today. We work with water engineering contractors and systems integrators of all types to design the most efficient cleaning systems for screens and tanks. So if you want to work with us to integrate our advanced automated cleaning systems into your design, we'd be delighted to hear from you.